Всем привет! Welcome to my kitchen and to my wonderful channel. I'm Alla, the host of the show. Today I want to show you one of the most amazing cakes ever. It's going to be chocolate and salted caramel. We're going to build it layer by layer. It's got so much deliciousness inside. It's going to blow your mind. I absolutely love this cake, guys. It's so good. You've got the eggless sort of chocolate biscuit at the bottom. You've got the chocolate sort of cream cheese mousse like sort of texture. You've got the crunchy bit, you've got the caramel, you've got the caramel moussey cheesecake, and then topped with chocolate. And then on top of that, it's topped with more chocolate glaze and some cocoa powder and decorations. This cake is a total showstopper, and if you want to impress somebody, I recommend you do this one. So yeah guys, let's get started. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's completely free and I upload new videos every single week. In a bowl, add your milk, and then we're gonna add some oil, vanilla extract, and whisk everything together. In a different bowl, we're gonna add some plain flour, sugar, and some cocoa powder. Then I'm adding baking powder, and we're going to mix everything together until there are no lumps. Make sure you mix everything very nice and slow, and so everything is incorporated. Take your wet mixture and then add into your dry ingredients, and we're going to add a little bit at a time. Mix everything together and then add more milk. Mix everything again, and then just keep adding the milk until you're finished. You then might want to switch to a whisk to make sure there are no lumps in the mixture, and don't mix it too much. You just want to make sure ingredients come together. Once you've done that, we're going to take 2 cake pans. We're going to spray them with some cooking oil around the edges and inside, and place them onto a baking sheet lined with some parchment paper. Then add your chocolate mixture into each pan. Make sure it's nice and even. If you did want to make them thinner, you can also add them into 4 sponge cake tins. And then we're going to bake these. We're going to bake these for about 40 minutes at 160 degrees Celsius or 320 Fahrenheit, or until your cakes become nice and moist and the toothpick comes out clean. Once they're done, you want to leave them to cool down completely on the counter, and then take off your molds and then place them onto a cooling rack. And there you go guys, your eggless chocolate sponges are done. They're very moist, very delicious. I'm gonna show you how it looks from the bottom. They're super flavorful and very yummy. Now take your homemade salted caramel, or you can use a shop bought. And here I've got some Rice Krispies. I've melted my salted caramel, and I'm just gonna add a couple of tablespoons inside and mix everything together until we get nice mixture. This is gonna go inside as a crunchy layer. Now we're gonna melt some dark and milk chocolate together in a bowl, and then mix everything together until it's nice smooth mixture. So it's gonna look just like this. We're gonna set this aside to cool down. In a large pot, add your double cream and whisk it on high speed until you get nice soft peaks. You don't want to overmix the mixture, and you want it to be quite liquid. In a different bowl, add your mascarpone cheese with cream cheese and vanilla extract and icing sugar, and whisk everything together on high speed until the mixture comes into a nice smooth mixture. Then we're going to add the cream that we have whisked earlier and mix everything together. Your cream should look just like this. Now separate your cream into 2 different bowls. We're gonna have chocolate layer and caramel layer. So we're gonna add about 1/3 into our caramel layer, and the rest we're gonna be left for the chocolate. To make the chocolate layer, we're gonna add our cocoa powder, mix everything together, and add your melted chocolate and mix everything one more time until it's nice and even. You might want to use your whisk and mix everything until you get this beautiful chocolate mixture. The mousse sets pretty quickly, so you want to work quite fast. And once everything is mixed in, we're going to put this into a piping bag. So get ready. Make sure everything is ready when you're making this cake. So take a glass where you can put over the piping bag and then add your chocolate mousse inside. We're going to do the same with the caramel mousse. And once that's done, you're going to clip it at the back so the mousse doesn't come out. So once it's done, put it back into a bowl and set it aside. Now to make the caramel mousse, we're going to add the caramel into our mixture that we prepared earlier and mix everything together until it's completely mixed through. Once that's done, we're also going to place this into a piping bag and make sure it's nice and even. And seal it from the top, move it up, and there you go, our caramel mousse is done too. Guys and girls, I have my recipe on my website at AllasYummyFood.com. You'll find full ingredients and also directions on how to make this. And also you'll be able to find loads of other recipes that I do for my channel. Just click on the picture and you'll be able to see the whole video with the directions and the full recipe in English and Russian languages. Now to prepare your cake for the mousse layering, we want to add some cling film at the bottom and seal the edges very tight around the tin, and just make sure it's nice and tight. For double protection, I also like to use some foil too, so I like to add it just at the bottom and then kind of press around the edges and make sure it's nice and sealed, and this way nothing leaks and everything stays in place. So just press down and it's ready. Here we've got all my bits ready for the cake. So you should have your crunchy layer, your sponge cakes, your caramel sauce, your mousses. We're going to start with our chocolate mixture. So pipe down around the edges your chocolate mixture. You need to make sure it's all even and there are no holes, otherwise they will show in the mousse cake. So just add that in and you want to smooth it about with your spoon. So I've added around half of the mixture. Next I'm going to pipe my caramel mixture. It's much more liquid, so it's not going to sink through or anything like that. Just add it inside and go around, and we're going to do the same with smoothing it out with your spoon. Now I'm adding my salted caramel layer. So just sprinkle salted caramel all around the cake and inside. You then want to add your crunchy layer in the middle. You can also do this using a ring if you have. And once that's done, you want to then go around with your chocolate mixture and then put your chocolate sponge on top of the crunchy bits. And then go around with the rest of your chocolate mousse and cover the cake completely. Even it out, and once it's done, it's ready, and we're going to place this into a freezer to set overnight, or if you're not putting any mirror glaze, you can just put it into the fridge. Once your cake has been completely frozen, you want to go around with gloves around the edges, make sure there's no frosting on top, and pour your chocolate mirror glaze on top. I like to leave little bits on the side so it's gonna look like it's dripping, and you can use anything else. You can use different colors. I'm also adding some cocoa powder and then blowing it up to give this a beautiful sort of look and technique, like it's a rigid cake. I'm creating chocolate flowers from my chocolate sort of wafers, and feel free to decorate the cake as you like. I'm making some golden leaves. I'm gonna add some chocolate decorations and chocolate macarons on top and fresh cream, just whatever you have in your fantasy. The cake looks absolutely amazing. It tastes incredible. I really hope you try this. And if you do, leave the pictures and tag me on my social media at AllasYummyFood. Thank you for watching, guys.